You're not. How you doing?
Can't hear you.
Hey, you should be able to hear me. Hello? Sarah? Hello? 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 Yeah, you should. I'm going to test my audio then. Testing, testing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah,
Yeah, I'm doing it. Hang on.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. How are you?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
I, you said that you wasn't feeling it. Was it? Is that right? You know, when I said feeling the aching and you're not feeling the aching?
Yeah. Yeah.
I might wait.
I just feel like.
I'll come on to that because I wait for everyone to jump in because they'll probably I'll have a solution for it. All right.
Yeah. I'm just not used to not having the, oh my God, I'm dying feeling.
Keep all that and we'll talk all about it because otherwise.
Okay.
Okay. How you doing, Heidi?
I'm okay, thanks. And you?
Very good. We'll just we'll wait for people to populate and then we'll jump into it.
Good. I haven't done my exercises yet, so once this is finished, that's my thing to do.
You looking forward to it?
No, because I'm stiff as all hell.
Great sign.
Oh, this morning was really struggled to get out of bed.
Hey, I'm gonna chuck you into a breakout room. Let people populate and then I'll bring you back in. All right?
Good. Yeah.
Cool. How you doing, Karen? Karen? Karen?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yes, thank you. Are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'll just chuck them in a breakout room, but we will say hello if you want.
Okay.
You seem to do well. You seem like your head's in the game.
I am at the minute.
Good, isn't it?
I spent so much time last week studying that calorie log.
Good.
Calorie log, because I thought the only way I'm going to do this is get it in my head, so that in it might take a few weeks doing it slow and being a bit of a pain, but eventually it'll become more automatic, because that's the only way, I think.
It's the best thing you can do is educate yourself about it. And if it is painful for a couple of weeks, is that after a couple of weeks, you'll have something you'll know how to do for the rest of your life.
Mm.
How do you,
Yeah.
Mark?
Hiya.
Oh, hello, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hiya.
Hello.
But yeah, Karen, it's good to see your head's in the game.
Oh, hallelujah.
It went out.
Do you know what?
but
I did. But you know what you said in that last video about in a few weeks you'll want to do some press ups when you're not supposed to be doing press ups.
you're already there.
I'm like, I need to go for a walk. I think it's time I took them dogs out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, crikey. So yeah, at the moment, it is a pain, but with the calories, but I'm doing it because that's the only way to learn. Yeah.
Oh, how you doing, guys?
Hi.
How you doing, all?
Hello.
How you
Hi.
doing? I'll carry on talking to Karen, and we'll do the round robin like we normally do, as was in it. But great to see you all. But yeah, Karen, what would like to highlight, or what would be good to highlight is, your head wasn't in the game a few weeks ago, but your head's now in the game. But what's also good to understand, your head's probably going to go out the game.
Yeah.
And it will go out the game. It's only a matter of time. So it could be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6, 8, whatever it may be. But it's a cycle that everyone goes through, and it always happens. But the more you keep going through it, the less you're out the game, the less your head's out the game, and the quicker you're able to get yourself back into it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So it's good to understand it, because it's going to happen, and you're going to reach out and say, my head's not in the game. So we knew this was going to happen. But why do you think your head's so in the game at the moment?
I've come to the conclusion, because I've been getting, the exercise has been gradually getting better and better and better. Well, I'm not losing any weight. And I've finally decided that that's it. I'm doing the exercise, but now I need to lose weight as well. And the only way I can do that, I think now, is counting my calories and doing that 100-calorie menu. And I said to you earlier, I could not believe how much food I ate yesterday. I mean, that granny's pie, I made that, and it went to 5 portions because I hadn't got a dish big enough to get it in, so I had to go into 5. So it was 200 calories each one now, not 250.
Yeah.
But the dish was like, my God, I tried the broccoli. I had to put it on the top because I couldn't get it in the dish. But I didn't go over what I'm supposed to have at the end of the day. I had to double check today that it was, I'd got it right, but I had.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant.
Something triggered then. Right. So there's 2 portions, there's 2 sides to it. You've got the nutrition, you've got the exercise. And I know you want to lose weight, but the 2 huge big things to try and implement into your life, and they're trying to like turn into a lifestyle. So we've taken some time, we've really honed in on the exercise. Some people can do it both at the same time. Some people have to do one, then do the other. And views clearly is that whilst you're doing the exercise, the nutrition is not being as good as it could be. So, but what's your exercise levels like compared to when you first started?
Oh yeah, much. Well, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Wasn't doing anything at all. And then, I mean, the idea of going for a walk for an hour a day, I flipped mad. And this is really bad. I realised that my doctor's surgery is just across the road from my chemist, a little bit, hardly any distance at all. And I went to the doctor's surgery, picked up my prescription. I needed the chemist. And until I started walking, I was driving from the doctor's surgery to where the chemist is. And when I walked it, I was like, I can't believe I ever got to a point where I would get in the car to do that. That was just ridiculous. So now, I mean, I'm enjoying the exercise again. I am, because I did it for a long time, and you just get out of the habit, don't you?
Yeah. So the good thing, the exercise is cemented into your lifestyle now, which is good, and that's like second nature. You watch, as soon as you put this nutrition included with it, your weight is going to go down. It will just, especially with the calorie counting, because that's the best way. As you've seen, you're seeing the portion sizes.
Yeah.
So you're realizing how much more you probably ate before.
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I forgot to quad stretch today. Don't I know it? I do stretch afterwards. And I did the hamstrings and all the rest, but I forgot the quad stretch, and I know that now. So that's going to hurt tomorrow.
So
other than that, I'm fine.
How are you finding the challenge?
Oh, it's good, and I like, because I live, I've got land around me, but it's only little where I live, and it's the fact that I can just stand in my bedroom next to my bed and do them all,
Yeah,
which is brilliant. Because often, if I've done dancing fitness routines or something, I need to push all the settee and everything back and get myself geared up, and whereas I can just stand by the side of my bed and do them, which is great.
good for you. But I'm not putting anything in. No challenges in. No one's going to have any challenges this week. You'll be happy to know, because we've all got our set challenges, and it's quite specific. We all know what we're doing. So, but do you need any help with anything, or are you happy?
I'm okay at the minute, thank you. I'll
Good.
give you a shout if I do.
Cool. Right. So great to see all of you all online. I hope you're enjoying the challenge. This is like a wicked challenge so far. I know some of you only do the yoga. Don't feel left out. You know, the yoga challenge is still, they're very hard challenges, not an easy one. And it's going to benefit you massively. So who would like to go next, or shall I pick? I'll pick Sarah.
You always pick me. I'm always first.
You're in the middle of my grid. So how you doing, Sarah?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's highlight what we was about to talk about. You know, how you put into the group that you're not feeling the achiness feeling that you're probably expecting. Is that right?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
It's what I'm used to in it after doing what I've done before. I'm used to like the panting, the sweating, and then the arms and legs aching. Yeah, my knees have ached a little bit today, but they're like not good at the minute, and a little bit on my back.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I haven't had the workout feeling. Do you know what I mean? I haven't had that where I felt like I've done something.
Yep. So before
And
going
I
into it,
put that into my head now, that I'm used to that now, because I'm not getting, because I can't go full out, you know, on everything. You know what I mean? I kind of miss it.
so you're working out, but you don't feel like you're getting the workout, the workout that's going to give you the change, because you're not getting that feeling.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've worked out.
Explain, you're doing a mix between two, aren't you? The 30-day workout and how are you doing that?
Well, yesterday was the first day I did both.
Okay.
And I did put like the yoga. I've had to change my programs to what you've put down, because I can't. I started doing the one you put on, but I can't take my weight on my knees at the minute.
Yeah.
So I've had to find some that don't put you with those exercises, the no knee workouts for now, till I get stronger. And I did the easy at 25 reps on the other one.
Yeah.
And I've just done the yoga because I've had to go to work for a couple of hours as well, which is 2 hours, and that's quite strenuous. So I've just done that today, and no walk either.
Okay. Couple of things. You got to be really careful, because you've got a few things that are niggling that could turn into injuries.
Yeah.
It's a good sign that you're not feeling that aftermath feeling, because it's a sign that your body's repairing quicker. So when anyone first starts something new kind of workout, you'll get what you're talking about, the DOMS, the achy feeling, delayed onset muscle soreness, but your body's repairing, therefore you're not feeling it, which is a great sign. Doesn't mean you're not getting a good workout in, because you most likely are. You're probably craving that high intensity, the sweat and stuff. It's because what you're used to, which you can get, but I would encourage you just to focus on the yoga, because the yoga itself is like a silent assassin, like I said before, where it may not feel like it's doing much, but it is. Yoga is going to do more than you think, especially if you do it long enough. And just allow it. It's going to repair your body. It's going to strengthen your body. And then when you get your knees are better, you'll be able to tackle these kind of workouts so much greater, because your body's repaired. At the moment, by the sounds of it, within your knees, things have ripped. And when you exercise, it doesn't heal properly. So it continues ripping. The muscle continues ripping. So you're not allowing the time, or you put too much intensity
Yeah.
on it. So don't be disheartened. Just enjoy the yoga sort of thing, and you know, just wait a little bit if you don't mind. So I'd rather you repair. I'm stronger than try and go through it and injuring yourself and not being able to do it. And I'm talking from personal experience. So I power through some stuff that people told me to slow down on. I didn't listen to it. And then I'll tell you what it was. So it was running. I used to love running years and years ago. And my ankles took quite a battering. And I went to the doctor, said I need some help. And they said, you're going to have to stop running. And I was like, how long for? Are you expecting? He said, probably 6 months. And I couldn't understand how he advised me to do that, because I couldn't go without a couple of days of running. So I just didn't listen, and I just kept carrying on running. And I'd run into my ankles went numb, and then I was fine. And then obviously the pain was afterwards. And it got to the point where I could hardly walk on it. So I had to stop because I literally couldn't do it. And then I was out of running for about, I don't know, 2-3 years. And I've only just recently got back into it. So listen to your body. If your knees are hurting you, do something where you're still working out. I'll come back onto it a little later. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what I've got to do, and I know it's the right thing, but it's just how I've worked myself up to, you know, when I finished your 30-day challenge last time, and I was so excelled with what I'd done. And now I just feel like I'm going, whoa, dropping all the way back now. I'm going to be at day one again. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to lose all the fitness that I've built up. I feel like I'm going to lose all that.
Look at your mindset. How cool is that? Look at your mindset. Like you're craving exercising. Like you're missing.
No, it's taking it.
Did you ever think that?
It's not right, is it? It's not right, is it? It's just not natural.
Did you ever expect that to happen?
No, not like this. Not as much as this now.
So
before I do it myself, and then I'll just stop doing it again for years. And then, you know, but this time it's just like, I just want to do more.
Which is what which every one of you, which is what I always try and tell you, is the focus is trying to change your lifestyle, not just your diet or just your exercising. And if we can embed what we're embedding like into you now, which we have, your lifestyle's changing. So you're living a lifestyle now where it's going to be impossible to become unhealthy with the exercising, and then we just need to enhance the nutrition a little bit. And you know, within a few months you'll be a different person. Well, you already are a different person. Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And you should be proud of that, and you should understand the changes that is happening, because it's only been a short time. It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I know. It's only been a couple of months, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I am proud of where I've got to. Yeah, definitely.
Good for you. Well, stick to the yoga. Slow back on. You can do the 30-day home workout or 30,000 rep challenge. Just pick the exercises that's not going to aggravate your knee. Do everything else that's away from your knee, and then you'll be good to go. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Will do. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Ronnie.
Hello.
How you doing?
All right. Yes. Bit like Sarah. I mean, I'm liking the yoga, but it's hurting my knees. But I'm still doing it. But I feel I need to do a little bit more. I feel like I ought to be doing. Yeah, I ought to be doing the other thing as well. But I just put some walking in. I just go out and do some walking after I've done the yoga. But the yoga's hard. It is hard.
Oh, mate, yoga.
Yeah, that downward dog, Jesus. Yeah, it's hard, but I'm enjoying it because it's something completely different. It's different. So yeah, I'm good. Nutrition's back on point. So yeah, I'm back. I've got the mindset back again. So
good. You got, it's been 9 weeks, but I have been pushing you very hard in that 9 weeks. So your body can do with this kind of rest, even though it's not a rest because you are putting yoga in. So even though you're craving that more, a bit like Sarah, just enjoy this kind of rest and feelings. So, and same. It's crazy the transition that you got within your mindset that you're craving more.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
So your lifestyle's changing. Your lifestyle's changing.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I get up out of bed, straight into my yoga kit, and then that's it. I'm off and I do it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
So you're open to explore, because I've put I put some exercises there that I think will work really well.
Yeah,
But there are thousands of different yoga instructors, or
Yeah.
type in YouTube, and you'll find one that resonates with you really well. Now,
yeah,
I would record videos of yoga myself, but if I'm completely honest, my level of yoga compared to the people online is nowhere near theirs, right? That's not my speciality. So I'd rather you learn from someone you're probably going to get more benefit from.
yeah,
But definitely explore, and then you can challenge yourself with yoga. Like what
Yeah.
I'm working on is listing all the yoga moves out, and
okay.
then you can tick off which ones you can do and which one you can't do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then over the times you can go, right, I want to challenge myself to do this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I'm just hoping I'll be more flexible by the end of 30 days.
if you do yoga every single day for the next 30 days, you will 100% be more flexible,
Good.
or
Yeah.
$1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Like there's a yoga move that's called the dragon squat. Right. So what you do, you your feet together, and then you put one foot behind, you squat down with one leg, you put the leg, I'm not explaining it very well, but and stand back up. I seen it and I was just like, I thought I was fit, and I was like, wow, that's ambitious.
Well, I was struggling with the tree today because it's finding your balance. It's
Standing still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was all over the place, but I just persevere. I think eventually I will get to be able to do
It
it.
does,
So
yeah.
I'll just carry on. Just carry on.
You should write lists of yoga poses,
Yeah,
and you should write which ones you can and can't do. And
yeah,
so towards the end, you're like, oh, so you can see the because otherwise you're not going to understand how much you
No.
change, because you'll change slightly over the time, and
yeah,
before you know, you're like, oh, I'm doing this quite comfortably. But
yeah.
one of the things what yoga is so good for is core. And core is used for every exercise, anything you do, the core. The stronger your core is, the stronger you can do anything.
Yeah.
So running, boxing, rugby, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
So yoga is a silent assassin, but it's probably one of the best things you can do really for overall strength.
yeah.
So,
All right.
you
Yeah.
good though?
Yeah, all good. Thank you. All good.
And you say your nutrition, like how much on point is that?
It's good. I'm actually doing the detox week,
Okay, brilliant.
and and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I'm good.
Back on track.
Yeah.
Are you happy because you went for something so extreme and now it's just quite relaxed,
Yeah.
right? You right with that?
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel that I need to be up back to that intensity again, but I'm thinking no, because my knee's giving me a bit of pain. So I'm using this time really just to
Good.
get back. But other than that, I'm all good. Yeah, I am looking forward to getting back and getting some intensity back into my routine, but it'll come. It'll come.
100%. A couple of weeks of recovery, and you'll come back much more stronger. And people feel like they lose their fitness, but when you go back into it, you actually do more than what you can do, and better. So you'll be able to run further, you'll be running faster, and all that stuff. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great to see you, Ronnie, and the rest of
You
you.
too.
Hilda.
Yeah.
How you doing, Hilda?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Yeah. Can you give us a bit of an update?
Right. Well, I'm doing the exercises.
Yeah.
Right. I got interrupted the other day by my daughter, who is now doing the exercises with me.
Brilliant.
Because I thought if she's coming into the house at the wrong time, she's got to join in. She did have a name. It did have a name for you.
Go on, share with us.
Sorry?
Share the name.
She just said, he's a real dick, isn't he? Because I was saying, get up, do this, down and do this, and we were doing it like that. And she says, why can't you let me do them all on the ground first and then get up?
So those kind of names in this kind of context help me sleep better. Exactly. Sadistic.
Yes, yes. And as with everybody else, first day was really sore.
Yeah.
Today was a lot better, a lot better. My knees as well, but I always have trouble with my knees anyway. But they get better as I go through them.
So which challenge are you doing?
I'm doing the 500.
Oh, so you're doing 30,000 reps, but you do 500
Yeah.
reps a day?
Yeah.
Brilliant. What level are you doing it on?
I'm doing it on most of it's the higher level, but I keep on going back to the intermediate for some of them.
So you're mixing them up?
Yeah. Like I can't do sit-ups, so I do the crunches and things like that. You know,
That's brilliant. 500 reps every single day for the next 30 days. That's
yes. Yeah, my son said it, we were idiots.
Yeah, I've got other trainers messaging me saying, what did he say to me? He said, what's it? He used the word, what's the word? And this is a personal trainer. He's a personal trainer in London. He's a good friend of mine. And what he said, this is grievous, basically. And it's a good friend of mine, and he's quite fit, but my methods work, and I practice what I preach.
Well, it leaves us. We're still fit enough to go out for a walk as well, so that's fine. Yeah.
Good. You happy?
Yep. I've gone into a different. Like before, I was doing your old exercises, and after a while, it gets a bit mundane.
Monotonous.
You know, so it's nice to have something totally different.
Well, I'm going to be sharing and putting things like together of every challenge that I do, because as you see, I'm always putting challenges on. And like this challenge, I'm always going to have 3 different kind of levels, so everyone can join in regardless of the challenge I do at the level that you want to do. And for the exact reason you said, to create variety, so it never becomes boring. And then it's always going to be challenging different parts of the body, the mind, and stuff like that. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You good there? You happy?
Yeah, everything's been going fine. I've been really excited about this. So
really, why is that?
I don't know, but I think it's because it's a new challenge.
Yeah.
Totally new.
Yeah, similar exercise, isn't it? Similar exercise, different kind of pattern, but just because it feels new, it creates. I've been, and it's kicking my backside, I can tell you that. So I feel sorry for you lot. Because I've got experience.
Kind of do with a little bit over your eyes to stop the sweat going in.
I've got enough hair now, so I could probably use that. All right, great to see you, Hilda.
Yeah.
Heidi, I think you need a great big round of applause.
It does.
I actually did the exercises.
That and the bravery of, you know, posting your before picture. I think that's incredible accountability.
But that's what you said we had to do, wasn't it?
I know.
Or did I miss that?
No, that's right. 1 out of 29 people done it.
All right, okay. That was the bit I hated the most.
But
taking my pictures.
It shows how serious you are. I know all of you are serious, so don't worry about that. I think so anyway. No, but
well, because I can't see it because I'm so big. I need some visual aid in that. I can tell on some things that I'm definitely losing weight, and like, you know, my dog walker says she can see it in my face and things, but I can't see it. So the only way I'm going to be able to see it is by the documenting of the photos, really. So that's
go on. Sorry.
That's why I did it, really, so that I can see it.
So how did it make you feel within your mind when you took the picture? Like, what did it do for you? Like,
I was laughing because my dog walker actually did them for me, and I said, "Oh God, these are bloody awful." And she said to me, "It's not awful, you know." She said to me, "You're slimmer than what you were when you started. So stop, you know. It's a process."
Yeah.
And the process, this is just something for you to keep looking back at, because you don't want to get back to this again.
And it's good to have a bit of a reality check. Because when you keep doing it, it kind of gives you that force of accountability But whereas if you like blind your eyes from it, you just, people when they don't want to look
you
at their
know,
bank account because they don't know how much is in it.
and the reality is this is the size I am, and I need to shift it. And the only way I'm going to do that is eating properly and exercising. So I've got to have that visual to see it.
Do you know what's really great though? And you can tell without me even having to ask you, is I always try and put across to people, you've got to be happy now, not at the end point. Because if you look forward to the future, you're always going to look, when you get to the future, you're so looking forward to the future, and you've created that motion to looking forward to the future. So when you get to the future, you're not going to be as happy as you think because you have that emotion to looking forward.
Yeah.
You can tell I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're in a good place.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've just decided this is about me. It's not, because always in the past it's been about losing weight for somebody else. My parents have pressured me, or I've done it for a wedding or something else. It's not been personally about me and where I'm at.
Yeah.
And this is about me and where I'm at and where I want and what I want to do. And I can't do that while I'm this size. So if I want to be able to go on holiday and do walking holidays and things like that, I need to get fitter so that I can enjoy my, my retirement and life and things. So this is what it's about, that really, more than just making my parents happy that I'm losing weight, or
which is great. But how confident do you feel that this is going to be the last journey?
Well, this is going to be my
life. On a
life.
scale of 1 to 10.
But this is going to be it for life now, isn't it, really? Because you're going to have to maintain it is by staying healthy and keeping active. And I think it's going to, I'm about a 9 at the moment.
So you're 9 confident that this is going to be your last journey?
Yeah, because I just really don't want to get back to this again. I mean, I know I had a hysterectomy last year, so that I couldn't do very much because I had it done the old way where they sort of sliced me open. So I literally couldn't move for 3 months because my stomach was just a big mass. And that just, I mean, in 3 months, my fitness level just deteriorates, and you just don't believe how quickly you become a potato in 3 months.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to go.
But
so, yeah.
You are in such a good place. Like the reason why the reason why you're happy now is because you know where you're going to get to where you want to be, and you're not waiting to get to where you want to be happy, which is phenomenal, because you're already breaking out the shallow hard mindset before you're even in it. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I suppose I've got quite a lot of friends. I've got this community, which is really nice because you've got people supporting you and they're on the same journey. But I've got some friends that are childhood friends from when I was like 11.
Yeah.
And they're all slim, but they're totally 100% behind me. And they ring me every week and say, how's things going? Are you sticking to your diet? Don't get off your diet. It's not nagging.
Brilliant. It's encouragement.
It's the support that they're giving me, and knowing that they're doing it not because they're just embarrassed to be seen with me. They're doing it because they want me to be healthy. Yeah, and they're worried about me.
I know that's great. Your friends and the support and all of us is great. But in selfish thinking right now, it's great that you are happy, because even though you got the support, I think, and it seems, and it comes across that you are on your last journey. The fact that you said it's a 9 out of 10, you are in a positive mindset because you've been in this journey for 9 weeks. And after a period of time, people know whether they're going to, I've had plenty of people, in all honesty, that come from me. People change and some people don't. Some people just don't get on there and don't continue. And that after a few weeks or so. And as much as I'd like to help everyone, there's only so much you can do. But with you 9 or 10 weeks, whatever we're in, you're still in a mindset, and you're still doing things, and you're still doing activities, you're still doing nutrition, and you're still feeling like this is going to be your last journey, which will be your last journey.
I mean, it's just really got to be. I mean, I want to be, be able to do the holidays and things that I've wanted to do for years, and I'm not going to do that, staying fat. So the only person that can change that is me. So it's about me, and I've got to do it for me and be selfish.
Absolutely.
And sort me out. Yeah.
It puts hairs on the back of my neck. Like it's lovely to have you part of the journey. That you inspire people more than you could imagine. Seeing you doing the exercise and seeing you taking the pictures.
I really hate doing it. You force me to do things that I really, really hate doing because there's not pictures of me, but around the house. I can tell you that for nothing.
At least you understand what's going to be happening because.
Oh yeah,
I mean, last time I was forcing you to do stuff. I can assure you that.
Oh no, I know. But yeah, so it is good.
Good. You happy?
Yes, can't wait to be able to go out next week. We can actually go out somewhere. So I'm going to look to go and buy a pair of shoes, walking shoes.
Right, good. So well done on the challenge. I think that's a phenomenal, and I highly encourage you. Chuck a picture in there every time you finish your challenge, regardless.
I will do. Yeah.
All right. Good accountability, good inspiration for everyone. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Right. Save the best for
last.
last.
Put me on mute because Aurora's got a squeaky toy. Sorry.
All right. That's right. Marvelette.
Why do you leave me till last?
Can I be honest? I'll be completely honest because you're very entertaining.
Yes.
And if you look at any great show, they finish on a high. And we know you're going to get some great laughs of you.
Oh, no.
We're just a warm-up act.
Exactly. The finale.
I want paying.
Can't promise that. You're not that funny. Right. How you doing, Marv? What you're doing the 30,000 reps, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry?
Are you doing? Yeah, you are. I've seen you.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
How are you feeling it? How you feeling it? Finding it? Good, isn't it?
Killed me today.
What level are you doing? I know you're doing 1,100.
I did 5 on Monday. I did 500, and then I thought, I felt like I could have done it again.
Yeah.
So I thought today I'll do like 100 each. So I did 1,000. I feel all right actually, but I don't know how I'm going to feel in the morning.
So what level did you do? Easy, intermediate, or hard? Or both?
Most of it's hard. There's only like a couple that's intermediate.
Yeah.
I think there's about 3.
Which are
about
those?
3 or 4. Sorry.
One of them's the burpees, isn't it? You're doing walking burpees.
Yeah. I think what else? Russian twist, because I can't hold my.
Yeah.
I can't hold my feet up and what have you. And the other one is, I think.
Okay. So I'll give you some advice.
I'm just trying to think which one it is. There is another one.
That's all right. The advice I'm going to give you, it will go for all of it. So
yeah,
you're doing Russian twist with your feet down, not feet up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can build yourself up to it. So what you could do, the first round, do Russian twist with your feet up, 10 reps.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And then the rest of the 90, do Russian twist, but only have one foot up and the other foot down.
Right. Okay.
So each time, alternate the foots. So,
right,
okay. And then the following, maybe a couple of days later, do 2 sets of Russian twist with both your feet up. So you end up doing 20 and 80 with your feet down, one foot up and one foot. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're building up to it. With the burpees, same thing. Do 10
Yeah,
burpees.
because, well, what I've done with the burpees is I've got it down as walking burpees, but I did like 50.
Normal burpees.
Normal.
Yeah.
Then I did the other 50 as walking.
Okay, brilliant.
So that's sort of, only thing I really can't do is push-ups. Like I've got to do them on my knees.
That's fine.
I can't hold my body up for that long.
Okay.
I just sort of collapse. Like that.
Do you know what negative push-ups are?
No.
Okay, so that video is floating about, but I'll send it back into the group. So with your reps of push-ups,
Yeah,
like the first couple of sets, negatives are you get yourself into the push-up position and you just
Yeah.
slowly lower yourself down all the way down to the ground, like as slow as you can, right? And then you relax it and you can get yourself up any way you want. You don't have to push yourself up, just get yourself back
Yeah.
up in that position
oh, okay,
and then slowly relax. And it's known as negative push-ups. And then you
Right.
build the muscles. And if you keep doing that, you'll
Yeah.
very quickly, it will turn into real push-ups.
right,
All right.
Okay.
And that works for any kind of exercising. So any kind of exercise that you're trying to do that you find hard, think of the negative way, which becomes the easier route, because obviously pushing away is harder because you're pushing against gravity, but
Yeah.
lowering yourself down to gravity is easier. So if you used to ever do pull-ups, just imagine, don't say never, because you'd be surprised what you could do in the future. But if you was to ever do pull-ups, you do negative pull-ups. So you slowly release yourself and then you relax and then you get yourself back up to the position. So any kind of exercise you think like that, if you use that kind of pattern, it will strengthen you in that area, if that makes sense.
okay,
But
I'll give it a go.
right, so are you happy with the challenge? What's your thoughts on a challenge? It's a tough challenge, isn't it?
Oh my God.
It is, oh my God, isn't it?
It's like proper wicked.
Wicked challenge, isn't
It
it?
just sort of, it just gets you like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's the sweat. I've never sweated so much in my life. Like my shoulders, my
Yeah.
shoulders, there is sweat running down my shoulders. I'm sweating that much.
Tell you why it's so good.
And I've drunk, like, while doing it, while actually doing the workout, right, I've drunk 1.5 litres of water
Because your body needs to replenish.
because there's that much water coming off me.
You need to put it back in.
Yep.
So it's different because like the running challenge is tough because you do the running challenge, you think that's the toughest challenge I've ever done. Then you do this challenge and it's a different kind of toughness. Would you agree?
It's crazy. I'm like drinking 4 litres of water a day.
All right, let's tap into the nutrition then.
Yeah.
So how's your nutrition?
It's all
It's what?
it's it's all right. It's all right.
That's good.
So what about the stuff that you don't post in the group?
Oh.
Because you obviously post the good stuff.
Just keep posting because I know if I don't, you're gonna go, Marv. Why are you not posting?
So they like pictures from before in the past, like, oh, I haven't used that one for a
No.
while.
No, they're not. No, it's
But be
all right
honest.
actually. It's all right actually.
What
What I
the-
post, what I do post is what I eat.
What about the stuff you don't post? What's that stuff?
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, I knew there was something. What else? Be honest. It's good to be honest.
Dark chocolate.
And what else?
Oh, Chris, why?
Because I know there's something else.
Dark chocolate.
There's something else. Go on, you nearly said
All
it
right.
then.
Oh, geez. I'm a cream egg.
What
See what I
today?
mean? Nah, I can't believe you just did that to me.
Well, it's good to be honest, right? And it's easy to
You
understand
just
when
forced it out of me. I won't to tell you, but you did, didn't you? You just.
because you can't solve what you don't know what you're trying to solve. So
Can't help it.
there's two things you got is your delicacy, which is fine. You know, you can have a delicacy. It's got to be controlled, and the portion
Yeah.
size. Because
Right.
how much do you calculate your food?
Yeah. How much?
Yeah, you know, how much do you like generally be like? So if you have porridge, how much do you weigh your food, knowing how
I
many
weigh it
calories?
all. Everything's
Yeah.
weighed.
So
I know
how
exactly.
many grams of oats do you have?
I have sometimes I have 50 grams, sometimes I have 60 Depends on how I feel.
And what do you fill it up with?
I have 100 mils of semi-skimmed milk,
Okay.
and then I just top the rest up with just water.
All right, cool. So how many
But,
calories is your
I
porridge?
put a teaspoon of honey in it.
How many calories is your honey? Oh, is it your honey? Your porridge?
My porridge,
Yeah.
off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'd have to have a look.
So I'm not trying to trick you out here. Is when with you know, because you want to lose weight, right?
Yeah,
And when you have cinnamon meals, it's good to try and become so second nature to it that you understand exactly what was what. So like
yeah,
you get to the point, like I can tell you now, an egg is, I think, right, 60 calories, and I haven't done that for a very long time, but I get so many
Yeah.
boiled eggs.
70 mine.
What, your eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah, so very close, right? And then if I'm right,
mine are
there's
big
like,
ones. Mine are big eggs. I don't
Yeah,
deal in budget. I have big uns.
but it gets to the point where you know like how much fats and proteins in it. So it's like 4 grams of fat, and I think it's 6 grams of protein in eggs, if I'm right.
Yeah,
But the reason why it's important, when you're struggling to lose weight, the nutrition is the one thing, is the reason why you're not losing weight. And when
Yeah.
you understand how much you need to calculate, and and you can understand how much each meal is, you'll never go over that. But when you don't understand it, then you're kind of guessing. So do you know how many
Right.
calories is your cream egg?
so my porridge, right,
Yeah.
was, let me just
Okay.
have a look now.
No, that's cool.
It was-
Mum,
My
that's right.
porridge was 343 calories.
That's a lot of calories for a porridge.
What, for me porridge?
Yeah.
For me, with everything in it?
Tell it.
Eh? Really?
Is yeah, for breakfast meal, I would say.
Oh my
The
God.
thing is, actually, I should it's not a lot of calories, because you could
Well, you
have,
see, sorry, Chris, what I've been doing is I've been having like sort of like 4 meals a day,
yeah, cool.
as you've seen.
Yeah.
So I have like my porridge in the morning, and then I'll have like whatever in the afternoon. It could be rice and chicken and veg or
Let
what
me
have
jump in.
you.
Let me interject. So I know what you're talking about. So I should restate myself. You know, you could have a porridge that is 1,500 calories, a bowl of 1,000, and it doesn't matter as long as you remain under that calories. It doesn't really matter how much the calories of your porridge are. So all I want you to be really conscious of is to make sure you generally understand that you're under those calories and you are consciously weighing all the stuff. And if you are, brilliant. So how many calories are you meant to be hitting every day?
1,400.
And are you hitting under 4, or you're hitting 1,400s?
Yeah,
So, and
with my chocolate.
even with your so how many calories is your cream egg?
I think my cream egg's 100 and something calories.
Okay.
It's not a lot of calories for my cream egg.
Have 2 of them then. Only joking. So no, what I'm saying is, I put you on a spot there a little bit. I just wanted to try and figure out, but hopefully to educate other people as well. You know, the ultimate weight loss fact there is nutrition. The nutrition and the calories is the godfather of weight loss. It's scientific, it's mathematical. If you're hitting 1,400 calories and you're generally not losing weight, you just have to remove 100 calories, and you have to keep doing that until your weight loss is going down. All right.
Right.
So what you need to make sure before you remove the calories is to make sure you generally are hitting that amount of calories.
Right.
And the only way you need to know that is by calculating every bit of food that goes inside you. All right. There is actually another step. The next step, there's calorie counting, and the next one afterwards is macronutrient counting, which is more in depth, where you calculate how many carbs, fats, and proteins are in your body a day. But I don't want to go into too much detail because that might confuse people right now. We can learn about that later. And if you want to, I'll spend a whole day. Well, we'll do a complete live, and I'll go through that if you guys want to. Anyone wants to, but it's only going to be worth it if people actually use it. It's no good if I teach it and people don't use it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You happy, Marv?
Not really, no. You've just made me come out about the chocolate.
Call me Father Flores.
Oh my
Repent your
gosh. You've made me come out about my chocolate. I'm not impressed.
Say 10 Hail Marys and 10 burpees.
No chance.
I had an afternoon tea, Marv, on Sunday.
You what, love?
I had an afternoon tea on Sunday, so don't worry about the
Oh, there you go. I
Just
see.
the cakes I've eaten.
Afternoon tea.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to reveal a bit
Oh,
about
no.
and the mystery session? Mouth staying shut.
Yeah.
But no, good. So
Yeah.
well done for telling the truth. It's good to tell the truth because, you know, it's not everyone's going to be 100%. I completely understand that. It's yeah, there's no need to try and make out. All right.
I'm going to stop posting my food now.
You're going to start posting crabby cream eggs instead.
I'm going to start putting cream eggs on it. I have one of these.
Special offer. I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but saying that though, I haven't seen my mum apart from like on like FaceTime and stuff like that and Zoom for about I don't know how long. And I went to see her on Mother's Day and she was like, "Oh my God, you've lost some right weight." And I went, "No, I haven't."
So you clearly have, because you can't see it, but others can.
I went, "I haven't lost weight, Mum. I've just lost inches." I shrunk.
So
Well,
what weight are you at?
oh, don't go back there now.
All right.
You know what weight am I?
14 stone.
Yeah. Just
What's the
there.
Yeah, but with this workout you're doing, the inches, you're going to gain muscle mass. So you're probably actually going to gain weight. One of you who's doing this workout, but the inches are going to shrink.
Yeah.
So you got to be aware of that.
Well,
Right?
yeah, I get that. It's just, you know, it's not gone up. It's not gone down for ages. It's not gone down. Well, it has gone down, but then it's gone back up. But it's not like back up to where I sort of were when I first started. So I've lost like 9 pounds since I've started. So that's not bad.
It's great. It's not.
It's just but it just seems to when I get to that 14 stone, that's it.
Do you know, like with all you guys, I've got a mission in my mind for all of you to achieve. Like with Ronnie's the half marathon, you know, obviously Hilda, I've got stuff in mind that I want you to achieve. For the same with the rest of you. Hilda, you've already achieved what I wanted you to achieve. Like you're doing phenomenally well. You're just maintain and do better now. But the one thing that I've been trying to crack with you, Marv, is those scales and get rid of those scales. And like I said, you know, no matter what you can do, there's sometimes you can't. I've exhausted all my resources to try and get rid of those scales. Seem to remain. So I need all your guys' help.
I haven't been on them for ages, but I know I'm still 14 stone. Last time I got on, I was 14. I've getting it up as a bad job.
When's the last time you've been on them?
Last week.
So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, well, that is a long time for me.
It's not like AA meeting with scales with you.
Well, I just got on because I just thought, let me just see if I've lost anything. And then I went, oh, so I just put them back in corner.
Right. Anyway, you're doing really well, regardless if you stand on the scales or not. Your fitness is going through the roof.
But everybody else stands on scales, Chris.
Or hands up, you stand on scales.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, Sarah. Oh, Karen.
Yeah, yesterday before I started the nutrition. Yeah, but that's about 2 weeks since I got on them.
Has it been less? Did you used to stand on them more?
Once a week, generally. It was never an obsession.
Have you felt the difference? Oh, so it's never really been a priority for you. So it's never really bothered you. Okay.
No.
What about you, Sarah?
I weighed myself Sunday before I ate my afternoon tea.
Because you wouldn't do it after, right?
No.
That's good.
How much do you rely on the scales?
I did because I was with Slimming World,
Yeah.
and that kind of got me into the habit of doing it. Whereas before then, I never owned scales.
No.
So now that's, yeah, it's got me into the habit of doing it once a week. I was still with Cineworld when I joined you, so yeah, so I kind of do it every week.
Are you even though you're still doing it, are you learning the benefits of why not to stand on the scales?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. It's not the weight. It's about the rest, the inches. Although I've still not lost a dress size, even though I've lost down and a half. Still ain't gone down a dress size.
So it's about the feeling, but what's your fitness levels like before when you started?
Oh God, yeah, brilliant, 100% more.
So look, like I said,
Definitely.
there's two parts, two elements. You've mastered the new fitness, where it's part of your lifestyle, which is a very hard thing to accomplish, which has become second nature. And we've done that within 10 weeks, which is a phenomenal achievement. And now we just need to hone into the nutrition. If we pair the nutrition and the right nutrition, you know, the rest will drop. So you've generated great success, honestly. Do you feel that you've got success or not? Be honest.
Yeah, in the fitness,
Yeah.
I am. But I thought I'd got the nutrition down because I went onto the calories.
Yeah.
And I lost 5 pounds. And then the next 2 weeks I've maintained. But I'm only on 1,300 calories, and I don't have all that much most of the time. So
and
I'm feeling hungry.
Your size is the same.
Yeah, my clothes are a bit looser, but I'm not enough to go into the next size down.
So what dress size did you start on when you was with me?
16.
And are you still a 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I know
even though I lose 16 now, if you know what I mean.
What right, you know, you guys are welcome to stay. And what I want, I'll probably just do a bit of something special for you if you've got time, and sort out nutrition with you right now, but do it in a way where people can learn. So, you know, if you guys need to go, obviously understand that, but if you want to stick around and listen in to how I do it with Sarah, you're more than welcome. If you've got time, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. I keep calling you Sarah because my sister's called Sarah, and then I realised your name's Sarah, so forgive me. All right. So how strict can you be to sticking to a nutrition plan?
When my head's really in it, then yeah, I can be strict.
Okay.
Like it was only last week. I thought I'd done well up until last week, where I think we all had a bit of a flop last week with everything. And I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to have a packet of crisps, or you know, and things like that. But yeah, I'm getting my mindset back into the nutrition and not having the extra stuff.
Well, if you notice, when I keep saying there's 4 different levels of exercise and 4 different levels of nutrition. The first one's ease yourself in, get results. And the second one is fill your nutrition levels up. The third one's manipulate the diet. So the manipulating the diet we've been trying to do is 100 calories, but it is quite open. You know, you've got kind of access to, you know, whatever you want, as long as you're within your calories. But the ultimate nutrition plan to make sure not only do you lose weight, but it will sculpt you in the way that you want. So it feeds your body with the things that it needs. So all the right protein, enough amount of fats, enough amount of carbs to make sure you're running properly, but also it allows your metabolism not to die down, but help you burn at the rate it has, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if we used to create a nutrition plan that was to be tailored to that, to the point where you'd have to weigh your food, each food ingredient, and you know exactly each meal that you're having, and you just repeat that process over and over again, would you stick to it?
Yeah, I am weighing everything at the moment.
Yeah.
I weigh everything I have.
Do you know how many calories you have in this? You have 1,300, don't you? Yeah.
Usually it comes on just under that.
And are you planning your meals in advance?
Not at the minute, because I've got to try and get. I was, but when I changed to counting the calories, I wasn't because I was doing it bit by bit, thinking, okay, I've got to get this. I don't know how much that is. So I think until I get more used to counting the calories and knowing what everything is.
Then I want to put something together to you. You know, planning preparation is one of them. So if we jump the gun and we put, I've got a template of probably the best plan that I've ever been on, which I've created, and it tells you exactly which meals to have and how many meals to have a day. Would you follow it?
Is that the one you've already done? You've sent us before, is it?
Is it a carb cycling it's called?
Oh, no, I think it's 100, what's it?
Right, let me
The
get
one
it up.
that Karen's doing.
The one Karen's doing, did you say?
Yeah, I think that's the one I've got, the one Karen's doing. But a lot of them meals, they've got ingredients in that I don't eat.
Let me try and find it.
Yeah.
I've got it here, I think. And I'll show you what it is. Hopefully this is the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me share my screen. It's not the most prettiest, but this was for me myself. I think this was for myself, or might have done for someone else. But anyway, this is the process. Okay. So it's so simply, and can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how it's going to look. If you look, this is day one. All right. And day one, I had 6 meals. You know, you can whittle this down to like 4 meals if you want. But the way I used to have it, it was very strict. It was, I'd have a meal at 6 o'clock in the morning, then 9 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then 6 o'clock and then 9 o'clock, if I was right. But it was 6 meals a day, right? And it was 3 hours apart because it just drip fed food into me. But because it was just little food, often it did make me hungry, because what it does, you put a little bit of food into your body, it utilizes it, and then you're hungry for the next one, if that makes sense. You with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but it would be very similar. So for example, if you don't like smoked salmon, we can change it for another fish. If you don't like chicken breast, we can change it for another meat. If you don't like green veg, we can change it for another veg, if it makes sense. But if you do like this food, stick to the food.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And the only way, well, it's not the only way, but the greatest way you get success with this is I timed it. It takes you about just under 3.5 hours to go to the shop and cook every bit of this food and put it into containers for all 4 days on a Sunday. And so I didn't have to do any cooking. I didn't have to go to any shops within like Monday to Thursday, and then I'd redo it again. But like, there's some things you don't have to cook. So for example, oats. I didn't cook my oats, but what I did do, I'd weigh 40 grams and I'd put 40 grams into a container. And how many we've got? We've got 3 days. So I'd have 3 Tupperwares of 40 grams of oats. So I'd never had to weigh it. It was all there prepared. With the whey protein, I used to have little tubs, and I'd weigh 30 grams of protein and put them into little tubs. So when I needed my whey protein, I don't have to weigh anything. I just used to grab it. Even with my 50 grams of blueberry on a Sunday, I'd get little tubs and I'll put 50 grams of blueberries into little tubs. So everything was weighed. Even if I didn't have to cook it, it was all there ready to go. And I just either have to, with the oats, I'd get the oats out, I'd put the water in. I used to normally mix this all together. So I'd bang the oats in the microwave for a minute. And then afterwards, I chuck the blueberries in, and then I chuck the whey protein in. I used to have chocolate to make it chocolate whey protein, and I'd eat like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
See you later, Karen. Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
See you, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
So
Chris,
is this help?
why is that only 4 days long?
Oh, because it's carb cycling. So if there's different ways you could do carb cycling, but I'm just going to explain it in the way that I done it. So I used to do 3 days of low carbs, and on the 4th day, it would be a higher carb. So there'd be more carbs on the 4th day. And the reason why you do this is when you do low carb, your body is getting depleted of carbohydrates. So after like, it can, you can last about 5 days without carbs, or have a low amount of carbs. But if you go for too long, your body's saying, right, we've got no carbs. And therefore, anytime it puts carbs into the body, it doesn't utilize it as well as if it does have carbs regularly. So when you have a low level of carbs, it depletes like glycogen levels and things like that. So on the 4th day, when you have a high amount of carbs, it kind of replenishes your glycogen and different levels in your body, like leptin and ghrelin and different hormones and stuff like that. And it tricks your body to thinking, oh, we're getting all the carbs we need. So it continues to run properly. So on the next day, when you have a lower level of carbs, your body's functioning like it normally would because you've tricked it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Super clever. And on one of these days, because each one of these, you're going to be below the calorie count. So just say, for example, you need 2,000 calories to maintain. Let's just say each one of these days is 1,500 calories. So you're under 500 calories each day. I know you may do percentages, but I'm just keeping it simple for you guys. So 1 day a week, so 6 days, I'll be at 1,500 calories. I know I'm under my calorie count for a fact. On one day, I'd make sure I'd have 2,000 calories. Sometimes I might go a little over. Reason being, I want to fill everything up, my body up, give my body what it needs, let it think it's getting everything it needs. And it'd be the day that I'd have a cheat meal. But my cheat meal, you can have anything on your cheat meal, Chinese, whatever you want. But I used to go to places like, it's like all you can eat buffets, but healthy meat buffets where I'd have lots and lots of meat. And so I just fill myself up with loads of protein, with loads of meat, but there'd be like lots of potatoes and stuff like that. So my whole body would be replenished with everything. And then the following days, I'd go back onto this, if that makes sense.
And how long did you do that for?
I've done that for about, I've done it multiple times. I've not done it just one time. So the first time I'd done it was 6 weeks. So I done a bit of a cycle. The first cycle was bulking. So I'd done the bulking thing for 4 weeks, build myself up. I got myself into stone. I paired it with something called, I can't remember the name, DPT training from a guy called Chris Geffin. Ridiculous amount of training, bulked me up. And then I transitioned into this, and it was 6 weeks of cutting. And I've, so, but this, every single week I seen, well, every single day I was seeing results, and that's no lie. And it's how I got myself in the best shape. So if I ever need to cut, this is the method I go for. The reason
And
why this is,
how many calories per day is that then?
I'd have to work it out. I can't remember now. But each one of you would figure out your calories and you'd alter it. So you might have different amount of oats, different amount of blueberries and stuff like that. So it wouldn't, people wouldn't follow this. But what did I want to say? I forgot. But oh right. So another reason why this is one of the best plans you can have out there is because it feeds your body with everything it needs. So, you know, your body needs vitamins, it needs all that sort of stuff. So a bit of fruit, bit of veg, fish. So for the omegas and stuff like that, that you need in your body that your body can't produce, because your omega fats, the reason why you have fish is because your body can't produce certain things. Protein, if you break down a protein, there's different types of protein, and some proteins your body can't produce. So therefore, you need to put external stuff into your body to give it, and a lot of it comes from like red meat. So in here you'll see there's red meat at least twice. There's lots of antioxidants like blueberries. There's fish, multiple fish to get you plenty of omegas. There's lots of veg for your vitamins and minerals. Does that make sense? So not only is it the greatest nutrition plan to help you strip fat, but you can all have this. I'll send this to you if you want. It's the greatest nutrition plan because it is feeding your body with everything it needs, with the amount it needs each week. So you need fish at least twice a week. You should have red meat twice a week. Unless you're vegetarian or vegan, then you have to get it from different resources. You with me?
Yeah.
So with yourself, if you all want to do this, you're welcome to. It's a hard one, and it is probably the most strict one. So like I say, the reason why I've taken you all through a journey, eased yourself into nutrition, gave you a nutrition plan where it just fills your nutrition levels up in a very simple way with F the calorie sort of thing to making you feel good. The next step is the calorie counting, which you're not going to as much depth of this. Just make sure you're keeping under the calories. But if you want to advance, this is the best nutrition plan you can do in my eyes. And I do say everyone's got to find a plan that responds well to them. But some people, some of you will get a lot more results than others, but every single one of you will get great results with this method, if that makes sense.
And do you have to have 6 meals a day? Because
no,
that is a lot.
You could chop it down, so you could only have 4 meals a day, but then you just have to alter it with the amount of ingredients. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you how I figure out how I figure out my calories? So
Mhm.
how I figure this out?
Yeah.
Is this something you'd like to do, Sarah? Or who would like to do this, in fact?
I'd
Yeah.
like to do it.
Oh,
I'd like to give it a go, but I've got to get my head around it first. So I'll
yeah.
probably just wait till next week, or
Okay.
well, maybe. I've got to sit and study it first. Let me write your stuff down.
I take it
Yeah.
you're going to send us a copy, are you?
I'll send you all of this. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go through the method of exactly how you should calculate this. Okay. So this is different for everyone. If someone took this and start having 40 grams of oats and 50 grams of blueberries, it might make them put on weight because it's going to be a different calorie outcome. Okay. So there's different stages, and I'm going to do it in this document. I'm going to save this document as a PDF, and then you can take this document and weigh, and it'll be step by step. Okay. So I'll do it right now for you guys. All right. So step 1 is figure out your calories, okay? All right. I'm just going to stop sharing because I've got to go through some sensitive information. I've got to find that calculation, the 100 calories. All right. In fact, I'm not going to do mine. I'm going to do it for someone. Who would love to do this?
Yeah, I'm
Anyone?
going to give it a go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to work yours out then. So do you have your details? Do you know like how much you weigh and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I can share my screen now. So step 1, figure out your calories. Right, with this formula. Oh my God. Step 2 is figure out your macro numbers. Step 3 is manipulate the nutrition plan, to fit your macro numbers. Macro means macronutrients, if you don't know. Okay. Step 1. Step 2. Right. So Sarah,
Yeah.
what is your? Oh, crap. So what is your weight in pounds?
Oh, you got me in pounds.
What is it? Just what have you got?
13 stone.
13 stone. Is this helping, guys?
Yeah.
182. What's your height in inches, or what's your height? I'll convert it.
5'7".
5'7". Uh, 5'7", 67.
I need my, oh, got some out.
Age?
52.
52. Okay. Do some calculations. Oh, dropped my phone. Just do some calculations real quick. See you later, Marvelette.
Yeah.
Good
See,
luck.
Marv.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll phone you back.
Okay. 4.35 times 182. So what I'm doing is, I'll bet I should probably do it on a
What? Yeah. What are the figures in the brackets?
brackets, they're up here if you ever need them. So it's weight in pounds, it's height in inches, and age in years.
Right.
So this is Sarah's height in inches. This one here is her age. Okay. It's all, when you get this PDF, I'm writing this out as to send it to you so you can use step by step. All right.
Hang on, I'm a bit lost. So the first bracket,
Yeah.
her weight in pounds.
Well, I've done the calculations. So before it was 4.35 times weight in pounds.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then I just done that calculation. And then her second one is 4.7 times height in inches. And I've done that calculation. And then it's
4.7 times age. Yeah.
correct. All right.
Yeah.
So that doesn't seem right, actually. They've done the wrong metrics, different metrics. I got metrics. They've got every metric but mine. Here we go. Oh yeah, it is right. So look, that's the one I'm doing. So 4.35. Okay.
Yeah.
So just double checking. So what I'm doing now, I'm just doing a second one, which is 4.7 times 67, which is height in inches. And as you see, it's 314.9.
Yeah.
I just round it up. So keep it simple. So 315.
Yeah.
Okay, 315. And then the final one is 4.7 times 52.
Yeah.
244.4, but I just round it up or round it down in this case. So 244. So now I can remove the brackets. Okay. Equals, and then it is 655 plus 791 equals 146, plus 315 minus 244. Okay, so again, well, we can keep it as this. So that's 1517. Just make sure that's right. 1517. So this here, Sarah, is your I might as well put it all in. So this is the calories that you need if you used to do nothing. So if you used to wake up and do nothing, lay in bed all day long, if you ate this amount of calories, you would remain the same. But obviously we're going to have to times that by activity levels. So which is this second part here. So 2, what activity levels do you think you might be? Now, personally, I know you're working out every day, but you're trying to lose weight. Unless you're someone, I only relate this to the kind of work job you have. Don't include your exercising you're doing, okay? So if you have like an office job where you don't, you're not completely active, just stick to 1.2. If you're someone like a builder or equivalent to a builder or like a postman, then you do 1.9. Does that make sense? And anything in between. So how active are you, Sarah?
So if this is work-wise,
yeah, don't
probably the first one, sedentary. Yeah.
Okay. So part 2 is times by the activity level. So we do, which is times 1.2, is it? 1.2?
Yeah.
Just double check. You can never be wrong. 1.2. So 1517 times 1.2. 1820.4, again round up, so 1820. So this is the number if you was to continue your lifestyle. If you ate this amount of calories, you would remain the way you are. All right, but obviously we've got to manipulate that. So this is step 3. Your final number is approximate number of calories you need to have. Oh, I need to change that. So that's your final number, and then we need to manipulate it, which is the second part. You know what I've done before. So I'll put this in here so you can have it. So what this is, we've got to have a calorie deficit. So we've got to take some calories away to make sure you lose weight in the process, basically. So what we do, we go 1,820 because that's the amount of calories you need to maintain. And then we need to figure out what 20% is. I'm going to go for 30%. So 1,820 times 0.3, because that's 30%. That's 546 equals 546. And then we do 540 or 180 minus 546. And that's 1,274. So 1,274 is the amount of calories you need to lose weight. All right. Again, round up. So we're going to go for 1,300. Is that clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Have you followed how I've done that?
Yeah.
All right. So this is, I'm going to remove this because this is Sarah's, but you got up there what you need to do. The next thing is you got to figure out, I wonder if it's on the sheet because this is, no, it's not. So the next thing you got to do, you got to change this number and split it into 3 of the macronutrients. Do people know what macronutrients are?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so there's different components within the foods. It's built up of different fields. So you've got macronutrients, which is your carbs, your fats, and your protein. And then you've got your micronutrients, which is your vitamins and minerals. Okay, so your calories are built up of all these 3 things, or 5 things: carbs, fats, protein, vitamins, and minerals. All we need to figure out is your macronutrients. How much protein were you putting in the body? How much carbs are we putting in the body? And how much fats we're putting in the body? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a couple of tables. I've actually got something somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Just going to copy and paste it because I've done this before. So I might well use what works. Come on.
So I've looked at the micronutrients before, Chris.
Yeah.
So I'm aware that protein and carbs, are they 4 calories per gram?
That's good. They're very good. That's right.
And 9 for fat.
That's right. And what about, do you know the one for fruit and veg?
No.
7.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right. Select is, I think Heidi's gone. All right. So we've got tables here. So let me. There's percentages. So now we need to split into percentages. So I'm just trying to figure out what. Here we go. This is what we need. Well, that's 1. So remember, we're trying to plan 2 days here. We're trying to plan. We're trying to plan a high carb day and a low carb day. Low carb and a high carb. Do you understand this? Why we're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need 2 tables. I should put them side by side. Suppose I can. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this has been a nuisance, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to insert a table. Because you're going to have this, I want to create it the way 5 and then high carb. Are you following me what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
It will make sense shortly. I can promise you that. Okay, so right, hope now we've got this 1,300 calories. So that's the amount of calories that you need each day. So we're going to place this into this box here, and I'll send this to you, Sarah, but then I'll wipe it clean so everyone can have it fresh. So 1,300 calories. So that's how many calories Sarah needs each day. But now what we need to figure out is how many of those calories are going to be fats, proteins, and carbs. All right.
Yeah.
And the best way to figure out is what I like to do is figure out the calories first, and then it's quite easy to figure out the fats, which I'll show you how. So we want, as you can see up here, the high carbs, it tells you what percentage you need, and the low carbs are, oh, we'll do it this way around. Low carbs. So low carbs on the left and high carbs, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So the low carbs, this is the percentage for each one. So 25% of 1,300. I'll use this calculator here. 1,300 times 0.2, 260. So that's 260 calories in this one. And then we're going to have protein 45%. So 1,300 times 0.45. So to find out 45%, that's 558. Oh, sorry, 585. And then the last one is 30%, which is this one. Is 1,300 times 30. Oh, no, it's not 30. Times 0.3 is 390. And then we'll go to the high carbs. I only put it, this is just a divider. We don't need to worry about this one. So fats, which is 15%. So 1,300 times 1.5, 194. So 195. And then, do you see how I'm getting this, guys?
Yeah.
1,003. Anyone else? Is anyone getting confused? Be honest, because it's the best time to ask. Times 0.4.
Looking on your low one.
Yeah.
The fats. Is that right?
I'm not sure. Is it?
I think you went and did it for 20%, not 25.
Thank you. Good spot. So low carbs, 1,300 times 0.25. You are right. That's why it's always good to double check. So, and then we're on high carbs, which is 45%, 1,300 times 0.45, 585. Okay, 585. Yeah, that's right. So now we've got the calories. Now we've got to figure out the grams of each one, and I'll put what that is here. How do I do it on this one? Yeah. So very simple, is 325 divided the amount of grams is, which is here. So we've got fats, which is 9. Are you with me on this, guys? Divided by 9 is 361.1111. Don't worry about that. Just like always, round it. 36. Protein 585 divided by 4 equals 146. 146. And then carbs 390 divided by 4 equals 22.5, which is 23. But it's always good to round down because, you know, you are.
Do that carb one again.
I've done it wrong, have I?
Yeah.
390 divided by 497. Thank you very much. 98. The reason why I put 98 is because rounded it down. And I've got this in the wrong column. All right, so I know it seems like a bit of a ball ache, but it takes a couple of hours. And once this couple of hours is done, you've got a nutrition plan that you 100% understand that it's going to guarantee to change you. All right, divided by 9, 21.66666, so 27.
22.
22.
Thank you very much. Three eyes are better than one. I think Hilda's gone. So 520
No, everything's done for home in the microwave.
divided by 4, 130. And then 585 divided by 4 equals 14. Okay, have I got that right?
No.
No, I have 146. Right, so you see how we got to here?
Yeah.
Right, now the next step is so for the first 3 days, you got to figure out, you got to make sure you get 1,300 calories, but you got to make sure you hit these numbers.
Yeah.
Right, and on the 4th day, you got to hit these numbers.
Yeah.
So same amount of calories, just different amount of carbs.
Yeah.
Right, and not that much. So the best way to do it is if you go into MyFitnessPal, like to come up anytime soon. Oh, there you go. MyFitnessPal. Have you ever used MyFitnessPal, anyone?
Yeah.
No, I've used another one.
Okay. So this is how I do it. It asks you to add food. No, thank you. Don't worry about this calorie, we've already figured it out. And all you're using this for is a tool. So add food. And as you can see, it says breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Now what I do is I don't add one meal, I add everything for the whole day. Okay, so I add every single ingredient under the breakfast, not because it's breakfast, just to figure out exactly what I need. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I go oats, like so, search. And you got to be careful if you can see the oats, because if you look, 100 grams of oats from Morrison's and 100 grams of oats from Sainsbury's, there's a different calorie. It's not much, but it's still different. So different brands will have different outcomes. So we're checking for that. And the best way I do it, when you click on it, it's best to do this on the laptop than a phone. You can see there's 100 grams for 1 serving. I always change it to 1 gram, and you're going to see why in a minute. But as you see, I follow this pattern as much as possible, and then I figure out what to manipulate. So I've got 40 grams of oat, so I'm going to put 40 grams, so 40 servings. So 40 servings, 1 gram, add to food diary, like so. And then I'll do the next one, which is blueberries. So you'll see it say 1 cup. So don't worry about that. So if you hit the cup, it should give you the option of having changing the quantity. So again, 1 gram, I want 50 grams, so 50 servings. Add to diary, and then 50 grams of whey protein. So you want to type the brand of protein. So if I get protein, it's from My Protein. So I just type that in. Oh, sorry, whey protein I need to put in because there's a lot of stuff. My Protein is a company with lots of products underneath it. Whey protein's type of protein. So what I've done here is typed in the type of protein and the company. So My Protein, whey protein. If you can type in the if it's flavored, make sure you change it. Again, 1 gram, 50 grams, like so. Add to food diary. I'm not going to do it all, but I'm going to chuck a couple more in there just so you understand. 4 eggs. So eggs. So I don't put in 4 eggs. I just put in, so I normally go medium. So 1 serving, so there's 4. Like so. Last one, it's 100 grams of smoked salmon. Grams. I put 100 grams. So let's just say we put everything in there, okay? We put all the ingredients. Everything's been chucked into this chart, okay? If you look at here at the bottom, it gives you the results of everything. So the calories, there's 855 calories within this. Carbs, there's 38 grams of carbs within this lot. Fats, there's 37 grams of fat, etc., etc. Make sense? So only 3 we need to worry about is the protein, the fats, and the carbs. All right. And if you've put every ingredient in and it's not match these numbers down here, these numbers here, you go through your ingredients and you alter it. Now let's just, because these are quite low numbers compared to this, because obviously these are much higher numbers. But let's just say, for example, let's say we're trying to hit 50 grams of carbs. We're trying to hit 80 grams of fat, should we say, and then we're trying to hit 100 grams of protein. All right, say for example, and with these ingredients. So what I'll do is I need to up all of them. So I'd go through my list and look. If I look for something that ups every one of it, I look at this and it's My Protein. I'm not going to use My Protein. Well, I suppose I could. So look, there's 100. So if I change it, instead of having 50 grams, let's see what happens if I have 60 grams. So I type, I change it, so I alter it from 50 to 60. And it gets me closer to what I need. So I'm 96 away from, so 4 away from 100. I'm 12 away from 50 and 11 away from 50. So now I've got to go up it and look for stuff that is high in carbs but low in protein. For example, blueberries, which is a perfect example. So 50 grams, I know 50 grams is 7 of them. So if I just double that and give you 100 grams, I'm at 46, very close. Now I'm still 3 away and I'm still 12 away from the target. So now I'll go up this list and look for ingredients that's high in fat, low in carbs, and low in protein, because if I alter it, it's going to alter all of it. Make sense? At the moment, there's nothing there that has that, but there are stuff. So let's say, for example, there's ingredients where like what's a good one? Nuts, different types of nuts are normally quite good. Egg yolk is just fat, so an egg yolk would probably put that up. But here's another trick. So now there's no ingredients, and if you've got nothing there, the best way to do it is to type in, let's say, high in fat, low in carbs and protein ingredients. And then it should come up with a list. So look, egg yolks, fat intake also depends. So egg yolks, avocados, nut butter, fatty fish, and then it will give you a list of things that you can use to add to this, to your MyFitnessPal, to hit those numbers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you don't have to be anal. So see how we're 3 away from my protein? That's fine. You could be, you're 11 away from fats. I would encourage you to get quite close to fats, because each gram of fat has quite high content. But 4 away from 50 is good. But does that help?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what you do, you go through the numbers. So like Sainsbury's smoked salmon's 100. You go back to your list and you're like, oh, that remains as 100, isn't it? So you go to your blueberries. So it's like, oh, no longer 50 blueberries. It's now 100 blueberries.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did you find that? Did you learn anything?
It's gonna take
Yes.
some time to work it out, but yeah, should be good.
So
Yeah. It'd be like working it out. It's going to be a bit ridiculous.
what you need to do, I'll put this video on YouTube, and then you can use this video and just go straight to this recording to the end of it. And you're going to have to watch this video over and over again, and it will sink in. I promise you, if you keep doing it, it will just, like, step by step, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You're going to give it a go?
Yeah.
You
The
should.
only thing I've got to think about is I don't live alone, so I've got to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sort out the meals as well.
makes sense. You can still do this, because you can create the meals, and what you don't eat, everyone else can eat. So you
Yeah.
can just weigh the foods that you're going to eat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to have a go, but like I said, it's going to take some sitting down and working it out. And
Absolutely.
once I get that sorted, then yes. I'm
It
gonna
might
have-
be a ball ache for a couple of weeks, or even if it's a ball ache for a couple of weeks, it's something you learn, and it's probably one of the best things you can learn with nutrition. Because once you learn this once, you'll be able to create any kind of meals you want using any ingredients.
Chris, I'm gonna have to go now.
I'm shooting anyway.
All right then. Okay.
You shoot if you want, Ronnie. I'll answer your last question if you want, Sarah.
All right. Thank you.
Great seeing you, Ronnie.
See ya.
Great
See you,
day.
Ronnie.
Bye. Yeah.
This saying sustainable though, is it only for like so long, and then we can go back to eating?
No, I wouldn't be able to do this continuously,
Yeah.
because it's so hard. I'll do it, for you to lose about a stone or so. But if you've done this, the results you see is phenomenal. Like, they are really, really good results.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
like, I would challenge yourself to do this for about 6 weeks. And then after 6 weeks, you can go back to the normal. All right. But it's a great thing to follow through.
All right. Lovely. Thank you
Right.
for that. Yeah. Thanks,
You're
Chris.
welcome. See you later.
Good night. See ya.
Bye.